Ciao! Hi everyone! Welcome back. Today I will record another video in English and I want to talk about my unique cards that I found it when I opened my 8 boxes. First of all, this is my altered.gg official profile and my nick is Jackie Strike underscore 1107 if you want to add me, if you want to produce some exchanges with my cards. I've got around 44 unique cards, if I remember well. I even found it into a box only 4 unique cards and not 6 as expected. And it's been very unsuccessful for me and very sad because I expected to open at least 6 unique cards into every box, so I should have had 48 at least. I didn't find it non golden pack, no god packs. Unlucky, very unlucky. And I don't know if I will open another one box. I've got another 4, but I don't want to open. I've been very lucky with promo cards. I found it 3 2023 cards. Found it Sierra and Chuneveng. Then I found it Rin, one Sigismar and Chuwaru. So let's make the correct filter and let's have a look to my unique cards. Even if the site these days is very slow, it's very slow, please improve it, because it's very hard to scan the cards, it's very hard to find the cards, it's very hard to open the pages, so it's frustrating, it's very frustrating. Well, if you want, I have at least 13 full heroes foil set, because I found it very few Varu and Traced. So contact me if you want. So let's start. Inari is not a good card because it's hard to find a spot into a deck for this card. So I will only stop into my 3 or 4 very strong cards. Foundry Engineer is not so strong, but it's not bad. Mowgli, a friend of mine has got a very good Mowgli, I don't. Me not. Ada Lovelace, another Axiom card. One of my 3 foil cards, I've got 2 Sneezer Shroom, 1 Muna and 1 Izmir, and I've got a Loki, and Loki is pretty good, pretty solid. This card is not so good into my Varu deck because it has got 3 hand cost and recall cost, so I expected better. The Frog Prince is a good card, it's pretty solid, because the next card that I play after the Frog Prince costs 1 less. Good stats for a 3-2, I've got a 2-2-3, so it's not bad, this card, even got the extra support effect of paying a card 1 less, so solid, not bad. Or this Cadets is not so good because of its recall cost, because 3 is out of mind. Or this Spy, I got some Bravos cards, but only one of them is good, and it is Tomoe Gozen. Here it is, this is my strongest unique cards. This is very strong. Double 3 cost. Stat into the average, 2-3-3 is not so good, but if you control a token wherever you play it, from your hand or from the reserve, and then you draw a card. It means that with Sigismar, this is an extra draw card for free. Even into my Varu deck, because I put asleep almost all the time my bureaucrats. And could be very good even into the Gulrang deck, but most of all into Sigismar. So this card is very solid, very strong. I don't exchange it. Tot, I don't exchange even Tot, because this card was of a friend of mine, Federico Latini. Ciao Federico. And I will play this card into my Varu deck. It only has got one extra stat into water. So it is the same common card, same effect, even if the create an Nordis Recruit Soldier token in your companion expedition and not into a target expedition, but it's not a problem because it's a 3-3-3, 3-3. 3 per 5, and it's better than the common version, so I don't exchange even Tot. The Bravos Blade Dancer, my favorite artwork. GG to Taras Suzak, because I love this card. I love this card. It's not strong, but I don't exchange this card because I want to put into my collection this animation and this artwork that is gorgeous, awesome. The Heaven Bouncer, it's another Axiom card, but it's not so strong. Achille, it's a good card, even if I don't play it into this deck, but double 4 cost, 5-4-4 stats, not bad, tough one. And when it goes to the reserve from the expedition zone, if you have less than 8 mana orbs, create an Nordis Recruit into his expedition. Not bad, maybe into a Gulrang deck it could work. Atlas, with Gigantic, with 2-4-4 and not 3-3-3, always for cost 5 from the end, but it can give you a draw card, so it's not a bad card. Maybe this is the second strong Bravos unique cards that I've got. Tomoe Gozen, that is not the strong one. I've got 2 Tomoe Gozen for Bravos, and the other one is very strong. This is a double cost 2, 3-1-4 stats, not bad, good for the stats. It is very good for the stats. This is my Loki, Altart Loki, and it is strong because it's better than the common version, and it's almost the same as the rare version, but with better costs because it is a 6-5. The stats are good because it's 6-5-6, and from when you play it from the end, each player discards their hand and their reserve, and then draws 3 cards. Situational, but very strong. I will use it into my Lyra deck because I've got another strong card for Lyra. Dorothy Gale, 5-4, 4-1-2, but worse than the common version, so not so good. One of the 2 Izmir Stargazer that I've got. Izmir Stargazer is a card pretty solid for Lindiwe deck, but I'm not a fan of Lindiwe because I think she missed a couple of cards for being very strong. One of the 2 Studious Disciple, so I founded the 2 Tomoe Gozen, 2 Studious Disciple and 2 Izmir Stargazer of the same faction. So this is the first Studious Disciple. It's a multiple 2 factor, but you may pay 1 wherever you play it and gain 1 boost, so it can become a 3-3-3-3-3. So Amelia Earhart maybe is the strongest Axiom unique cards that I've got, because Amelia costs 1 more from the recall, but has got better stats, 2-3-3, And when you play it from the reserve, you may put a card from your hand in reserve, so it's good for traced. And if you do, I gain 1 boost for each card in each player reserve. So she can become pretty easy a 6/7/7 for cost 2. This card is very strong. Jian is a very strong card for a traced deck because it has got that 4 stat into water that for a cost 2 is very good. And when you play it from the reserve, you may activate the whatever triggers of target permanent you control, so it can be good even for the Subash deck and even for Sierra deck. So Jian is another very good card that I've got. And Esmeralda. Esmeralda is awesome. She's very awesome. Why? I told so. Not so good stats. She's understat. I'm honest. 0-2-1. But card advantage. You played Esmeralda from your end. Roll a die, 50%, and you resupply. So 1 extra card. When she leaves the expedition zone, you roll another die, and then it's 10% extra card, because on a 4 or more you draw a card and you add it to your hand. On a 1 to 3 you resupply. So it's very good. Maybe for the Lyra Festival deck, and very good for Fen, for sure. I love this card. Esmeralda and Loki are very good into a deck. This is my strong Tomoe Gozen, because it can't be played if you have less than 6 mana orbs, so it's the same effect of the rare card, but it's a 2/2 cost, so 1 less than the 3/3, and the stats are pretty good for a 2 cost, because it's 3/4/3. So I think this card is very good, and this Tomoe Gozen can fit very well into a Bravos deck. Atlas for Bravos, and he's got Gigantic. So with the 3/2/3, he can add his stats to both the side of the expedition. So it's not so bad, even if I don't play it, because I don't have space for Atlas into my Ordis decks. Bravos Vanguard. Bravos Vanguard is honestly worse than the common version, so I don't like it too much. The Heaven Bouncer for Bravos. When you played from the reserve, 4 cost, but she became 5/6/6. Pretty solid. Very, very solid. But you don't sabotage for free, because you have to discard a card from your reserve when you play it from the reserve. So you have to think about it. The Coniferal Coneman. He doesn't have got Anchored for free, so it's worse than the common and the rare version. I don't like it too much. Dracaena, that got Anchored, but doesn't got the boost. Otherwise, you have to discard a card from your reserve, and if you do, Dracaena will gain a boost, but Bravos suffer very much the extra reserve discard card. Yongsu, it's a very good card for Mona. It's the better Mona card that I've got. Not for the effect, even if it's not so hard to activate, because when he gains 1 boost, so with Teja you have got a boost for free. If you control 2 or more plants other than Yongsu, so you can have the Schnitzer Shroom on the Harvester, up to 1 target character with end cost 3 or less gains Anchored. So you can anchor for free into the boost situation, maybe the Schnitzer Room. Not bad, even the Daughter of Yggdrasil if you can. But most of all, he's got very good stats, because for being a 3 cost card, he's got 4/4/3, that is very strong, very, very strong. So this card is very good for Mona. Verdant Beck. Verdant back. Unless you control 2 or more bureaucrats other than me, I have defender. So into the Varu deck, this card into late game can be very good. If you control a token, you draw a card. Very strong effect. Drawing is one of my favorite effects. The stats are not bad, but if you draw Verdant back into early game, it can become a mana. So I don't know if you want to use a card, a unique card, that most of the time can become a mana. But I will try it. I will try Verdant back into my Varu deck. The Hatter is good because it's a 0/7/6. And when another character joins your expedition, I gain 2 boost. So you can put it in a sleep, and maybe if you play Kojo when Buddha enters for free, you can choose if the Hatter becomes 2/9/8 or Buddha become 4/4/4. And most of all, the extra effect of anchoring a 3 mana cost or less. So you can think about it, about this Hatter. This is the second Schnitzer Shroom. This is the Izmir version. I love the alt art, so it's good for being an alt art. Hua Mulan, when you play it from the reserve, she loses fleeting. So this card can be very good into Lindiwe deck because it can let you sacrifice this card for free because you often have got an extra card if you don't play the Ordis Carrier. And if you control 1 or more landmarks, you may discard target permanent. So it's good because Lindiwe plays most of the time Ordis Carrier or Baba Zizba. So this card can be very good. This is the second Izmir Stargazer. When she is sacrificed, you may return a spell from the reserve to your hand. So Izmir Stargazer for Lindiwe is good. And this is the last card that I've got. So I've ended showing you my unique cards. If you are interested into some of my cards, make me know, PM, write me, add me, send me an offer, and see you soon. Ciao, bye bye.